Hello YouTube, this is Alrighty Then, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Camillus or Camillus, I'm not sure how you say it. I like Camillus, or Camillus, I'm not sure. But this knife right here by Camillus, or Camillus, it is a Carnivore X, 12 inch. So the blade is 12 inches long itself. From here to here is 12 inches. Altogether, it's about 18 inches long. It is 3 times harder than steel. It's titanium bonded. I'm not sure how that works, but that's what they say. It's a machete-style all-purpose knife. It can be used for digging. The tip can be used as a chisel. This hook can be used as wire cutter or a gut hook. It has a sawing back to it. The main blade is just nice and straight, which I like this design better than the other carnivores. Some of the carnivores have a serrated edge right towards the handle, which I'm not too crazy about. I prefer a straight blade, and if I'm going to have any serrations, I'll have them on top. This is going to work just fine. As a little bonus, it also came with this small little knife right here, which you could wrap paracord around the handle to make it soft, and in an emergency you can actually take this, stick it to a stick and tie it with that same paracord, and these little notches allow you to tie it to the stick so that it doesn't come off, and you can use it as an actual spear. It's also a multi-tool because you've got a 9mm and a 7mm hex nut. And with this design right here, these two little hooks will prevent the blade from coming out or the prey from getting loose. So it's an extra little bonus for the knife. Now it does come with a sheath, and the sheath has a place for the blade and also for the little extra knife that you get with it. Now this appears to be a full tang, because you can see the steel goes across to the very back of it, because you can use it as a pommel as well, and it also has a little place for a lanyard. I'm hesitant to use this knife, however I will give it a try. This is my first impression right now before I was persuaded by some of the reviews that I saw about it. Initially I loved the look of it, it looks really tough, but the steel that goes through the handle is approximately 1/2 inch thick only. I'm not sure if they made this design better, but the previous version of this without the visible tang had weaknesses, and the tang came about to here, and it was known to break. And also I have seen many of these that have been broken, the blade just right off. So right now this is just my first impression. I have always been a fan of this knife. I've always thought it was really cool, but you know, time will tell. So I'm going to open the package and let you guys see what it looks like. So this is a close-up of the small knife. I would say it's about 4 inches, maybe 5 inches long altogether. It seems to be really sharp. This is the 9mm, the 7mm. You're going to use these little notches to tie it to a stick, so you'd put the stick like this and just tie it to it and use it as a spear. It's got a nice little point to it, and then these hooks will keep your catch on the spear. Seems really neat. Alright, so let's put that protector back on, and it goes into the sheath right here. So it's got a Velcro strap that removes. You put that into it and it just straps right back in, so nice and out of the way. This is the nice Cordura nylon that's supposed to be ballistic nylon. And inside it has a little protector to keep the knife from cutting the sheath. Now my first impression when I feel the blade, it feels really hefty, very heavy. Feels nice. You know, I'm not too crazy about the way it feels in my hand. I don't like the grip too much. It doesn't feel... If I were to use this for hours, I think I'd start getting blisters on my fingers. I've got blisters on my fingers. I've used machetes plenty, but for whatever reason, this one in particular, it just doesn't feel quite ergonomic. It is molded ergonomic, but for whatever reason, it just kind of feels weird. Maybe adding some grip tape to it might make it a little bit better, but it just feels weird. The saw part of it seems pretty aggressive. It's very sharp, so I'm pretty sure you could do some damage with it, you know, in an emergency. You hear that? The blade is very, very sharp, and so is the hook. The chisel point is somewhat dull. This point is somewhat dull, but then this is the other part of it. You're supposed to be able to use it for digging and doing stuff like that. So my initial impression is that it seems pretty nice. It has a good weight to it, and because of this little hook on the bottom, you can actually choke up on it like this, so that you can really get some good strikes as you're chopping with it. And then this is great so that if you're ever chopping, you can use it, you know, for some thumb holding. It's got that nice grip feel to it. Good weight. I'll have to test it out to let you know how I feel. Based on all the reviews that I've seen, it hasn't come out so great, but this new design one, they say that it's better. So hopefully it is. It was about 21 bucks at Walmart. $21. And it came with the little extra knife, which the other ones don't come with, and it's a good 12-inch length. It has a good weight. I'm sure this will cut, you know, process some wood real quick. So once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and stay tuned for the next installment.